I need to ask you a hard question. What happens to your aging parents, your disabled spouse, or your wheelchair-bound best friend when the grid goes down, when the fires are coming, when the system collapses and help never shows up? Most people don't want to think about it, but if you're watching this channel, you're not most people. This is Appalachian Prepper, and today we're talking about what really happens to the elderly and disabled in a survival situation, and how you can keep them alive when no one else will. Here's the hard truth. Disasters don't wait for hospitals to catch up. They don't pause for oxygen tanks or walkers, and when society cracks, the system forgets the people who move slowly. In Katrina, hundreds died in nursing homes and assisted living centers, alone, trapped and abandoned, just left behind. In the 2021 Texas freeze, dozens froze to death in their own homes, most of them elderly or disabled. Why? Because they didn't have backup power, because no one came for them, because no one planned for them. You want real preparedness? You need to start with the people most likely to die. Everyone talks about food, guns, and bug-out bags, but here's what almost no one talks about. What happens when the wheelchair battery dies, when the medication runs out, when the person you're caring for can't walk more than 10 feet and you've got 30 seconds to evacuate? What happens if you have to carry someone down 2 flights of stairs? No power, no elevator, no help. What happens when you realize your prepper plan assumed everyone in your house could run? Let me be clear. Mobility is survival. Medical access is survival. If you don't plan for the weakest link, your whole chain breaks under pressure. Let's break it down. If you're responsible for someone who can't move fast, or maybe you are that person, here's what works and here's what won't. Because survival for the elderly and disabled isn't about fantasy. It's about preparation that respects reality. Now, your first priority is electricity. Even a few hours without power can mean death if someone needs oxygen or refrigerated medications. You need to think about a solar generator or a deep cycle battery bank that's quiet, portable, and can run medical gear for at least overnight. Even a 500-watt unit with a single solar panel can power a CPAP, a nebulizer, or recharge communication devices. And always have manual backups, hand pump nebulizers, ice packs for insulin, gravity-fed water if the pumps fail. That $3,000 electric wheelchair, it's dead weight without power. You need backups, manual wheelchairs, off-road capable walkers, collapsible ramps that can fit in your SUV or van. Know how to use a transfer sling. It can save your back and their life when time runs out. Every doorway, every exit, every hallway. Test it with their limitations in mind, not yours. Forget the one-size-fits-all go bag. If they're on meds or have hygiene needs, you need a dedicated medical bag. Now build it with 30 to 90 days of meds, adult diapers, wound care, spare eyeglasses and hearing aids, high-calorie soft foods, electrolyte packs, ID, medical lists, and emergency contacts. Label everything. Protect it from moisture, protect it from time. This is not an option. If they can't move, they can't run. So you stop threats before they get in. Reinforce doors, install deadbolts, use motion lights, solar cams, and door bars. Yes, you need to train to defend if it comes down to that. The best defense is making your home the wrong house to mess with in the first place. Now, no one survives alone. If you're a caregiver, you need backup. If you're disabled, you need a plan and a team. Train a neighbor, coordinate meds, food, transport, and communications now. Because later, there's no time left. Here's the truth most preppers don't say out loud. In a real collapse, the weakest get left behind. Not because we don't care, not because we're evil, but because when things go bad, they go bad fast. When food is short, when the fire's coming, when you've got 60 seconds to run. Most people don't have a plan for the one person that can't keep up. But if you're watching this, you're not really most people. You know what's coming, and you know that prepping for just yourself isn't enough anymore. Because one day you might be the one who can't run. You might be the one waiting for help that never comes. That's the cold truth. Now, the only question left is, what are you going to do about it? No survival is about fantasy. It's all about facing reality head on, even when it's brutal. Right now, the system is fragile, the warning signs are everywhere, and the most vulnerable people in our lives are the first to pay the price. But if you're still here, you already know that sitting back isn't an option. So here's what I need you to do. Share this video with someone who needs it. Comment below with what you're doing to prepare. Subscribe, because this channel isn't just about food and gear, it's about truth. And the truth is, no one gets left behind. Not on my watch. Not if I can help it. See you in the next one. AP out.